My child, listen carefully now. Attention. Stop what you are doing for a moment. Do not scroll. Do not minimize this. Do not call this just a mood. Do not file this under background noise. Do not treat this as passing inspiration. I am speaking directly to you. This is divine timing, meeting your life in real time. When I interrupt you like this, it is because movement is required. Not frantic movement, not fear-driven reaction. Movement in prayer, movement in peace, movement in authority. This is not panic. This is not paranoia. This is not entertainment. I am not entertaining you. I am appointing you. I am not agitating you. I am aligning you. Understand the difference. Fear traps. Mercy protects. What I am doing right now is mercy. I am intercepting the confusion that is trying to write your next page. I am standing between you and the pressure that is attempting to choose for you. I am here to steady you before decisions get made in rooms you did not mean to enter. You have felt it, the pressure, the heaviness, the strange urgency that wakes your mind before the sun, the mental noise, the restlessness, the low humming dread that doesn't explain itself. You have called it stress. You have called it timing. You have tried to push through it with more effort, more distraction, more speed. Listen to me. What you are sensing is not random. The atmosphere around you has tightened. The volume in your mind has risen. The hallway you are walking is narrowing. This is not to make you collapse. This is a signal to come closer, not a sign to fall apart. Do not mislabel my mercy as fear. Do not misinterpret my interruption as threat. I am not here to shame you for feeling pressed. I am here to teach you how to answer pressure with authority. Pressure wants the wheel. It wants your next move. It wants to make you decide quickly, speak quickly, buy quickly, cut quickly, run quickly. But you will not be steered by pressure. You will be led by peace. You will not react. You will respond calmly, clearly, immediately, in authority. If you are hearing this now, it is your alignment point. Not early, not late. You asked for clarity. I am giving you clarity. You asked me to help you not miss it this time. I am opening your attention now so you do not miss it. You prayed for a sign that would cut through the fog. I have interrupted your routine precisely because your routine was beginning to carry you past what I am doing. Windows open for those who are present enough to step through. I am making you present now. Listen again. This is mercy. I am not angry with you. I saw the nights you kept going while your heart was tired. I saw your private questions. I saw your restraint when your emotions wanted to lead. I saw you choose honor when bitterness offered you a quick release. Many start strong. Few stay steady. You stayed. The delay was not denial. The delay was preparation. Silence was not absence. Silence was alignment forming. I was building capacity in you so that when pressure came, you would not be tossed, you would be tethered. This is why I am here now with such insistence, because I am about to close openings that fear has used to gain access to your thoughts, your pace, your peace. I will show you the 3 openings fear prefers: noise, isolation, and rushing. I will expose them. I will name them so clearly that you recognize them the moment they approach. And then calmly and without panic, we will close them step by step in prayer and in practice. You will not run from your life to defeat fear. You will stand inside your life with peace and move your next step in authority. Do not toughen yourself against me. Soften and receive. This instruction is not heavy. It is a key. This is not meant to wear you out. It is meant to relieve you from battles you were never asked to fight at that speed. My timing does not rush and it does not lag. It aligns. Alignment is protection. Alignment is peace. The enemy wants you hurried or hiding so that fear can whisper undisturbed. I want you attentive and held so that peace can speak and you can hear it. Breathe. Let your shoulders drop. Feel the way your body wants to brace when stress approaches. Now release the brace. You are not bracing for impact. You are receiving instruction. You are not about to be overwhelmed. You are about to be equipped. You are not being called out. You are being called into awareness, into steadiness, into the authority that grows quiet when everything else grows loud. Authority that does not shout to be believed. Authority that rests because it knows. Do not resist the simplicity here. Fear thrives in complication. Mercy simplifies. I am going to make this plain enough for your next hour, not just your next decade. You will pray against fear quickly, not in panic, in authority. You will learn to do it before the spiral, not after. And I will give you a short prayer you can repeat, not as a charm, but as a rail to hold when the hallway narrows. You will use it to close noise. You will use it to close isolation. You will use it to close rushing. We will practice it until your reflex is peace. Stay here with me. Do not scroll away to dilute this moment. Do not label this as inspiration and postpone your obedience. Attention is the doorway to protection. When I call for attention, I am placing my hand on what needs to move now. I am not forcing you. I am inviting you to align. Alignment is not forced. It is responded to. Respond by staying. Respond by letting these words locate you and settle you. Respond by deciding, I will not be steered by pressure. I will be led by peace. This is mercy, not fear. Let that sentence anchor you. Say it inside. This is mercy, not fear. I am guarding you. I am guiding you. I am positioning you. I am not late to your life. I am precise. I am present. I am here to steady your hands, clear your mind, and set your pace. We begin now. I will lead you, step by step, and you will answer pressure with calm authority. Stay with me. My child, listen carefully now. What you are sensing is not random. It is pressure, and it is trying to decide your next move. I am interrupting to interpret. I am interpreting to protect. Do not confuse this clarity with a call to panic. This is not panic. This is authority taking the steering wheel back. This is me placing my hand over yours and settling your direction. There is a difference between ordinary stress and the spiritual pressure I am addressing. Stress can come from schedules, deadlines, relationships, noise in your calendar, demands in your day. It is weight around you. Pressure is different. Pressure reaches for your identity, questions your direction, and tests your obedience. Stress says, there is a lot to do. Pressure whispers, you are not enough to do it, you are late, and you must prove your worth now. Stress is external load. Pressure is internal steering. It tries to move the wheel when you are not looking. It presses on your chest and frames ordinary choices as emergencies. It does not simply add tasks. It accelerates timelines and attempts to rename you. I saw you carry this quietly. I saw you nod and smile when the inside of your chest was buzzing like a hornet's nest. I saw the nights you tried to sleep, but your mind kept running laps around the same uncertain corners. I saw the mornings you got up, performed the necessary, and tucked the trembling back where no one could see it. I saw you hold back tears at the end of a long day because you did not want to worry anyone else. I saw your restraint when your emotions wanted to bolt. I saw your desire to please me even when you felt thin and tired. I am not rebuking you for this. I am rewarding your endurance by increasing your discernment. Hear me. Fear does not always scream. It often suggests. It often hurries. It often isolates. It often fills the air with static and calls it logic. It shows up as reasonable thoughts that reduce your options to two, rush or regret. It sends you counterfeit deadlines. It pretends to be wisdom by saying, now or you will miss it forever. It says, hide, say nothing. You will only make it worse. Or it says, speak now, louder, say everything, prove yourself. It pushes you to over-explain or to disappear. It is rarely balanced. It is always urgent. It wants you to react, not respond. The goal of pressure is simple. It wants you to abandon peace. It wants you to make premature decisions that create unnecessary aftermath. It wants you to give permanent names to temporary sensations. It wants a hurried signature. It wants an impulsive message you cannot unsend. It wants you to close a door I have not closed or open a door I have not opened. It wants to make you call a fog a wall and stop moving altogether, or call a flashing light green and sprint into traffic. Pressure is not simply trying to make you feel bad. It is trying to steer you off alignment. It is trying to replace my pace with panic and make you believe panic is wisdom. But hear me again. You will not be steered by pressure. You will be led by peace. This is not a slogan. It is your operating system. My voice is firm, not frantic. My correction is clear, not chaotic. My guidance may be urgent, but it is never panicked. My timing does not rush and it does not lag. It aligns. If the voice you are hearing uses humiliation as a motivator, it is not mine. If it weaponizes time against you, it is not mine. If it tells you to cut everyone off and suffer in silence, it is not mine. If it tells you to blast your pain into the room to force relief, it is not mine. My wisdom carries weight and carries rest at the same time. Weight without rest is fear in religious clothing. Discernment begins with this question: what is trying to drive me right now? Peace or pressure? Ask it in the hallway, at the desk, in the car, in the kitchen. Ask it when your phone lights up and your pulse rises. Ask it when a decision stands in front of you and the room suddenly feels small. If the answer is pressure, you do not debate with it. You do not chase it into every corridor of what if. You do not open every drawer and sort every fear. You do not perform for it. You command it to move. You set the boundary line in authority. You return the wheel to peace. When I say authority, I do not mean volume, I mean alignment. Authority is not theater, it is position. You stand in who you are to me and in who I am to you. You stand in the truth that you are not alone, not uncovered, not powerless, not late. Your life is under my hand. Your steps are ordered. Your days are counted by me, not by pressure. Say inside, even now, I am not negotiated by fear. I am governed by peace. When your heart says this, your mouth can agree without shouting. When your mouth agrees, your mind begins to settle. When your mind settles, your decisions slow down enough to see clearly. Clarity is where authority lives. I am not telling you to ignore reality. I am teaching you to interpret it. I am not asking you to pretend stress is not present. I am teaching you to refuse pressure, the right to name you, pace you, or punish you. The practical looks like this. The message comes in hot. Your chest tightens. The old compulsion rises to fix everything now. Pause. Breathe once. You do not run. You do not hide. You quietly say, peace, lead me now. Then you answer what is in front of you without submitting to the timeline fear provided. You can respond without being rushed. You can take the call without swallowing the panic. You can say, I will get back to you after I have considered. And that sentence can stand. That is not avoidance. That is alignment. That is authority refusing to be baited. Listen again. I saw what you carried quietly, and I am not leaving you to manage this alone. I am near you. My spirit within you is not nervous. Heaven is not wringing its hands. Angels are not running late. There is no shortage of wisdom for the next step. The enemy's strategy is not creativity. It is repetition. Suggest, hurry, isolate, fill the air until you cannot hear yourself think, then sell you a counterfeit solution that only increases dependence on fear. But you are learning his patterns. You are seeing the seams in the costume. You are recognizing the mask. You are answering not with noise, but with a centered no. If you are seeing this now, it is because alignment is being restored in you in real time. Do not treat this as theory. Treat it as instruction for the next hour. When pressure reaches for the wheel, you will feel it. You will not shame yourself for feeling it. You will not congratulate fear by calling it wisdom. You will name it correctly. You will pause. You will let peace step forward in you. You will speak with calm authority and command the atmosphere around you to agree with that peace. You will not chase fear down corridors it built. You will turn the lights on and it will have nowhere to hide. And understand this, authority grows with practice, not performance. You are not behind. You are not failing if you feel the press again tomorrow. You are building a reflex. You are training your hands to stay steady on the wheel, even when wind hits the car. I am here to coach you each time, not to condemn you. I am not scolding your sensitivity. I am refining it into discernment. Sensitivity without discernment can exhaust you. Sensitivity with discernment will guide you. You will know the difference soon by the peace that fills the room when you answer rightly. Stay with me. Let this settle. Do not let pressure name your next move. Do not let it decide what you say when you say it, or who you become in the saying. You will discern and you will answer in authority, not reaction. I am with you in the very next decision. Breathe once more. Feel the brace release. Peace is taking the lead. My child, listen carefully now. I am placing my hand on the first opening fear prefers: noise. When your mind becomes a marketplace, everything begins to feel negotiable. Your time, your worth, your next step. Voices hawk their urgency from every stall. Notifications rattle like coins on metal. Memories replay like looping sales pitches. Opinions shout over one another. Imagined outcomes auction for your attention. That is noise, not presence, not wisdom, not instruction. Noise is sound without clarity. Noise is activity without aim. Noise is the busy hum that keeps you from hearing the one sentence that would settle you. Do not call noise research. Do not baptize anxiety and call it diligence. Do not mistake being informed for being led. Noise is not information. Noise is interference. Loud is not true. Loud is just loud. Noise fills the air with options and empties your heart of certainty. It multiplies maybes and dilutes your yes. It tells you everything must be considered, compared, and carried by you now, or you will miss the moment forever. Listen to me. That is not how I lead you. My wisdom carries weight and rest at the same time. Noise carries weight without rest. That is why it exhausts you. What is noise in your real lived day? It is constant input. It is doom scrolling while your soul frays. It is endless opinions disguised as care. It is the inner chatter that turns one conversation into a court trial held after midnight. It is replayed sentences from years ago as if they are happening again. It is rehearsed speeches for arguments that have not occurred. It is imagined disasters preloaded with pain you never had to carry. It is the compulsion to check again in case checking changes anything. It is planning so far down the road that your feet forget where to land today. Noise can be external, yes, but it also grows inside. Thoughts outrunning one another, forming a crowd around your peace until it cannot move. Fear loves crowds. It does not need you to believe a lie outright if it can keep you too loud to hear the truth. Fear uses noise like fog machines use mist. Fill the room so outlines blur and distances distort. It keeps you from hearing instruction, drains your spiritual stamina, and turns small problems into prophecies. A minor discomfort becomes a script for catastrophe. An unanswered message becomes proof of rejection. A delayed door becomes evidence that you are behind forever. Noise confuses, noise accelerates, noise exhausts. Hear that again. Noise confuses your discernment. Noise accelerates your timelines. Noise exhausts your strength, and exhausted people make expensive decisions. I saw you try to outthink the noise. I watched you lie in bed and hold hearings in your head. Evidence, rebuttal, defense, until the dawn came and nothing changed but your energy. I saw you scroll, hoping one more clip, one more quote, one more insight would finally deliver the feeling of safety. Safety did not arrive. Instead, your capacity shrank. I am not shaming you. I am showing you the mechanism so you can close it. You cannot outshout a stadium. You can walk out of one. The closing action is simple, not glamorous, not dramatic. Return to stillness. When you feel the marketplace rising, do not bargain. Step back. Reduce inputs for a moment. Quiet the vendors. Turn the screen face down. Place the device outside your reach. Let the room breathe again. And then open your mouth and speak one anchoring sentence aloud. What sentence? Keep it plain. Keep it strong. Keep it yours. Say, "Peace of God within me, take the lead now." Or say, "I am governed by peace, not by pressure." Or say, "Noise is interference. I choose clarity." Do not wait for the feeling first. Speak the sentence and let the feeling follow. Your mouth can direct your mind when your mind is too crowded to lead itself. Authority does not require shouting. Authority requires alignment. When you speak the sentence, you are aligning your inner world with me. You are setting a boundary where there was none. You are telling the marketplace that the auction is over. Breathe with me here. One slow inhale, one fuller exhale. Notice your body wanting to brace. Release the brace. Invite my peace to govern your body, not just your thoughts. Peace, settle my breath. Peace, settle my shoulders. Peace, settle my pace. This is not performance. This is permission. You are giving peace permission to be the loudest voice by choosing to turn everything else down. For 1 minute or 3 or 5, you close your eyes. You place your hand on your chest if you wish. You say the sentence again softly and you wait. Silence is not absence. Silence is alignment forming. Inside that quiet instruction rises like a steady line on the horizon. It may be one step. It may be pause. It may be send this sentence. It may be do not answer yet. That clarity is where authority lives. Do not tell yourself you do not have time to be still. You do not have time to be steered by noise. 1 minute of stillness will save you hours of cleanup. 10 quiet breaths can prevent 10 loud apologies. When you return to stillness, you regain your hearing. And once you hear, you stop borrowing emergencies from futures that do not exist. You stop reacting to shadows. You stop volunteering for assignments I never gave you. You begin to choose based on alignment, not adrenaline. Understand the pattern. Noise confuses, it makes simple things feel complicated, so you delay obedience. Noise accelerates, it turns ordinary timing into false crisis, so you cut corners. Noise exhausts, it burns your capacity, so even good decisions feel heavy. But hear the promise that answers the pattern. Peace restores order. Peace takes scattered thoughts and stacks them by priority. Peace slows the frantic yes until it becomes a measured answer. Peace returns strength by returning you to the yoke that fits. Peace is not passive. Peace is power in order. When peace governs, authority speaks without strain. You ask, how do I shut down noise when life needs attention, when children still need breakfast, when emails still come? You do not run from life. You reduce the opening. Practical looks like this. You feel the spin start. You put the phone down for 5 minutes. You set one small boundary like, I will read this message once, not 10 times. You decide to listen to one voice of wise counsel, not 6. You postpone the playlist that stirs anxiety and choose quiet or one song that anchors your heart. You step outside and let the sky remind you of scale. You drink water, you breathe, you speak your sentence, and then you re-enter the task with peace leading. That is not escape. That is leadership of yourself. Do not wait for perfect conditions to practice. Train in real time. The next time a hot message arrives, do not sprint. Name the pressure. Name the noise. This is noise trying to accelerate me. Then set the micro boundary. I will answer in 10 minutes after I breathe and ask for peace to lead. Put the timer on if you must. Speak your sentence. When the mind races back to bargain, do not negotiate. Repeat your sentence and return to your breath. You are not suppressing thought. You are selecting allegiance. When the timer rings, respond with clarity rather than reaction. That is authority in motion. Hear me one more time in contrast, because contrast teaches your reflex. Noise is not information. Noise is interference. Loud is not true. Loud is just loud. Constant is not committed. Constant is just constant. Busy is not fruitful. Busy is just burned fuel. You asked me to increase your authority. I am increasing it by restoring your clarity, and clarity returns when noise is closed. I chose you for this level of steadiness not because you are flawless, but because you were willing to stay when others ran for distraction. I saw your heart wanting to listen even when the room was loud. I am answering that desire by giving you a simple way to quiet the room you carry. Do not despise the smallness of these steps. This is how you build the reflex that will hold when the day grows heavy. When you practice closing noise, you are not just surviving a moment. You are shaping a life that can carry more without being crushed. Stay here with me a little longer. Repeat it with me. Noise confuses, noise accelerates, noise exhausts, but peace restores order. Let that cadence settle into your bones. Let it be the rail you hold when the hallway narrows. When you feel the marketplace forming in your mind, do not buy, do not bid. Close the stall doors. Walk into stillness. Speak your anchoring sentence. Breathe. Invite peace to govern your body. Wait for instruction. Move at my pace. This is how you close the first opening. This is how clarity returns. And where clarity lives, authority lives. I am with you in the next quiet minute. Let us close the noise together now. My child, listen carefully now. You do not have to run from your life to find peace. You do not have to cancel your calling to quiet your mind. You are not being asked to disappear. You are being trained to govern. Not isolation from responsibility, but separation from confusion. Not abandoning what I gave you, but refusing what I never sent. Peace is not avoidance. Peace is governance. Peace does not walk off the field. Peace changes the way you play on it. Do not swing to extremes. Fear loves extremes because they feel decisive and create aftermath. One extreme says, live in the noise and prove you can handle it. The other says, shut everything down and hide until you feel safe. Neither is my instruction. I am not training you to prove capacity in chaos. I am teaching you to carry order into it. I am not removing you from the world you serve. I am restoring the world within you so you can serve without being swallowed. Here is the reset I want you to practice when noise rises and life still requires you. It is simple enough for the kitchen, the meeting, the car, the hallway, the bathroom stall with the door latched for 60 seconds. Pause. Unclench. Exhale. Hand the day back to me. Ask for one step. Move at peace. Pause. This means you stop the reflex, not the world. Spoon in the pot, phone in your hand, cursor blinking. Pause for 10 slow seconds. This is not laziness. This is interception. Unclench. Notice your jaw, your shoulders, your stomach. Release them on purpose. Your body has been bracing as if pressure is a wave that will knock you down. You are not bracing for impact. You are receiving instruction. Exhale. Make the exhale longer than the inhale. 3 times. The long exhale tells your nervous system the war horn has been silenced. Now, hand the day back to me. Say it plainly. Father, I place this hour in your hands. I refuse the contract of fear. Peace, lead me now. Not frantic praying, but steady praying. Not begging for outcomes, but agreeing with heaven's order. Not a speech, but a handover. Then ask for 1 step, only 1, not 10 predictions. Not a map for the month. 1 step. Ask, what is the next faithful action? What is the next aligned sentence? Whom do I contact? What do I postpone? Wait 1 breath for the impression that carries weight and rest at the same time. Then move at peace. Do you see the shift? Not everything all at once. 1 step, then another. Not reaction, but response. Not speed, but stewardship. This is how you live a full life without being pulled apart by it. This is how you answer texts, carry children, hold meetings, make decisions, and still keep your inner room quiet enough to hear me. In the kitchen, when voices are overlapping and a hot message hits the screen, you pause. You do not vanish from the room. You do not fling your phone. You turn it face down for 60 seconds, you exhale, you say, peace, lead my response. Then you stir the pot, and when peace arrives, you answer in a sentence, not a spiral. In the meeting, when a question feels like a trap and your pulse spikes, you do not over-explain to earn worth or go silent to avoid risk. You pause 1 beat, you release your shoulders under the table, you say inwardly, I am governed by peace, not by pressure. Then you answer what is being asked, not what fear predicted. In the car, when traffic stacks and time tightens, you do not curse time and crown pressure. You inhale, you exhale longer, you say, my steps are ordered, my timing is aligned. I will not give permanent words to a temporary delay. Then you drive safely and call ahead with clarity instead of apology soaked in panic. Not frantic multitasking, but ordered attention. Not muting every person, but muting interference. Not disappearing for days, but finding 1 minute to reseat peace as leader, and then returning with that leadership felt by others. Do you hear me? You are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. Your pace is being protected. When I slow you for a breath, I am not punishing you. I am positioning you. When I cut the noise for a moment, I am not asking you to abandon your assignment. I am anchoring you so you can carry it with less waste and more weight. There is a difference between quiet and quitting. Quiet is you walking into the control room and turning down the dials that do not belong to me. Quitting is you walking out of the building and leaving your post. I have not asked you to leave your post. I have asked you to lead from it. Alignment over adrenaline, presence over performance, authority over theatrics. Let this correction steady you, not dramatic vows, but daily decisions. Not, I will never be overwhelmed again, but when overwhelm approaches, I will pause, unclench, exhale, hand the day back, ask for 1 step, and move at peace. Make this practical and small so it can be repeated. Choose one input fast that does not punish, but protects. For example, the first 10 minutes of your morning belong to stillness, not to a screen. Or you read each message once, not 10 times. Or you limit your counsel to 1 wise voice in this decision, not 6. Or you shift from a playlist that keeps your nervous system on a leash to a hymn or to quiet. These are not ceremonies, these are switches. Each switch closes the opening noise tried to use. You ask, what if the emergency is real? Then answer what is real in peace, not avoidance, but alignment. If the child is crying, hold them and breathe peace over them as you breathe peace into you. If the deadline is here, work diligently under peace's pace instead of rushing under pressure's lash. If a confrontation is needed, speak truth with weight and rest. clear, concise, not weaponized by urgency. Peace does not make you passive. Peace makes you precise. Peace cuts fewer times and heals faster. And in prayer, correct the reflex. Not frantic praying that tries to convince me to be present, but steady praying that agrees I am already here. Not begging me to notice you, but noticing I have already placed my hand on your shoulder. Say, God, your peace is my governor. I agree with your order. I reject the counterfeit timelines fear sent me. Lead me one step at a time, then stop talking long enough to receive the one step. This is partnership. This is how heaven's order meets your hour. Let me reinforce your identity as you practice this. You are not a storm chaser. You are a storm calmer. You are not a slave to urgency. You are a steward of timing. You are not an echo of the loudest voice in the room. You carry a voice that steadies the room. I chose you for this steadiness, not because you never felt pressure, but because you are willing to let peace lead your next step when pressure arrives. That willingness is your doorway to authority. As you do this, recognize the enemy's pivot. When noise fails to drive you, fear will reach for something colder. It tries to freeze you from the inside by creating distance. Distance from counsel, distance from covering, distance from voices that would steady you when you feel thin. It whispers, handle it alone. Do not bother anyone. Strength means silence. That is the next opening. I will expose it. But hear me now. The same peace that leads your next step will also lead you back under wise connection. You do not need a crowd to be covered, but you do need covering. For today, practice the reset. Pause, unclench, exhale longer. Hand the day back to me. Ask for one step. Move at peace. Not flight, but governance. Not panic, but authority. You do not defeat fear by escaping your life. You defeat it by letting peace lead your next step again and again until that next step becomes your reflex and your refuge. Stay here with me in the next minute and do it now. Then carry it into your next room. I am with you in motion, and I am with you in stillness. My timing does not rush, and it does not lag. It aligns. And alignment is how you keep noise closed while you live fully awake. My child, attention. Stay here and listen carefully now. Do not skip this. Do not call what I am about to expose just your personality. When noise fails to whip you into motion, fear reaches for something subtler, quieter on the outside, harsher on the inside. It says, handle it alone. Do not bother anyone. No one will understand. Strength means silence. That is not a temperament. That is a tactic. Isolation is not protection. Isolation is an opening. I watched the moment it crept in. I saw you carry it with a practiced smile. I saw you keep the conversation light while your chest felt heavy. I saw you pray in private, wipe your tears before anyone noticed, and then say, I'm good, when you meant, I am thinning. I saw you offer counsel to others while telling yourself, I should not need what I give. I am not rebuking your heart. I am revealing the strategy that stalks your strength. You are not weak for wanting help. You are wise for receiving it. Understand this distinction because it will save you from confusion. Silence with me is not isolation. Silence with me is alignment forming. When I draw you into stillness, I am seating you in clarity. But isolation is different. Isolation is disconnection. Isolation is agreement with fear that says, if I keep this to myself, I will stay in control. It sounds controlled on the surface, but it leaks authority underneath. Solitude refuels you. Isolation depletes you. Solitude hears instruction. Isolation hears accusation. Solitude narrows focus for a time. Isolation narrows your world until you think your perspective is the only true one left. Here is what isolation does inside you. It removes perspective. When you only hear your own rehearsed arguments, Small threats grow into verdicts and options vanish. It multiplies condemnation. The inner critic becomes a committee and the sentences get sharper. You should have known better. You always do this. Do not show this to anyone. They will confirm your worst fears. It makes you interpret silence as abandonment. When I am forming alignment in quiet, isolation whispers, see, even God has stepped back. You must fend for yourself. That is a lie. I am right here, and I am sending you toward help, not away from it. I saw the vow you made years ago. When someone mishandled your vulnerability, it felt safer to close the door than to navigate who should be allowed to enter. I understand the pain behind the vow, but hear me with love and authority. That vow became a gate fear now holds. It uses your wisdom about boundaries as a blanket to smother connection entirely. You do not need a crowd to be safe, but someone must stand with you. Covering is not a pile of opinions. Covering is wise presence that steadies you when your own hands shake. Consider how isolation distorts even your prayers. Instead of agreement, your prayers become speeches aimed at securing permission to keep carrying alone. Instead of, bear this with me, they become, I promise I can bear this if you just give me more strength. I honor your endurance, but I did not design you to carry every weight without help. Even the strongest beams are set in frameworks. I have built a framework around you, voices, hands, hearts, so that you do not bend where you were meant to stand. You ask, how do I close isolation without inviting chaos? This is how. Re-enter covering in wisdom, not in panic. One safe person, one prayer partner, one mature voice, not a confessional to the crowd, a connection to a covering. You are not giving people control. You are inviting counsel. Counsel is perspective that lightens a load because it reveals options you could not see alone. Control is pressure that steals your choice. I am not sending you to control. I am leading you to counsel. Here is your action in real time. Today, not someday. Within the hour, if the pressure is high. Reach out to the one I bring to mind when you ask, who steadies me? Keep it simple. Keep it true. Keep it short. Say, I am under pressure. Please pray with me for 5 minutes. Or say, I need perspective on one decision. Can we talk for 10 minutes? Or say, I am tempted to withdraw. I do not want to agree with isolation. Stand with me. You do not need to provide a thesis. You need to open the door a crack, so light can enter. Light does not need a grand entrance. It just needs access. Name the pressure when you reach out. Secrecy is where fear does its best work. When you bring the actual words into daylight, the grip weakens. Say, I keep hearing, you are falling behind, and it makes me want to rush and hide at the same time. Or, I am struggling to trust my judgment after that last mistake. Or, I feel abandoned because I cannot hear clearly today. When your ally hears you and prays, when they reflect back what is true, when they remind you of what I already said, the fog thins, perspective returns, condemnation loses its echo. Silence is no longer interpreted as abandonment. It is recognized again as alignment forming. Do you fear being a burden? Hear me correct that label with love. You are not a burden. You are a bearer. Bearers carry together. Strength is not proven by isolation. Strength is proven by the humility to be helped at the right time. Pride masquerades as protection when it says, I will not bother anyone. Wisdom says, I will not scatter my heart widely, but I will share it wisely. Not everyone gets access to you, but someone must. I will speak about that more. For now, practice making the small reach that closes a large opening. And when you reach, let your ask be specific, and let your boundaries be clear. Say, pray with me now, then I'll take the next step. Not venting for an hour that stirs more panic, not handing them your decisions. Agreement in prayer, a measured question. a brief reflection. Then you return to me with the clarity that covering brought back to your hearing. This is how reconnection strengthens rather than scatters you. This is how counsel supports your authority rather than substitutes for it. I am also asking you to reverse isolation with one proactive habit. Choose a rhythm that keeps you from slipping too far before anyone notices. It might look like this. Every week you send one honest check-in to your safe person, not a highlight reel. One honest line. Here is where I am being tempted to withdraw, or here is where pressure is trying to speed me. Then you pray together for 3 minutes, not dramatic, not complex, consistent. Small hinges swing big doors. This hinge keeps the door of your heart from silently locking again. Hear me in contrast, because contrast carves the path. Isolation feels like control. It is actually constriction. Isolation sounds like strength. It is actually strain. Isolation looks calm from the outside. It is actually a storm contained in a jar. Connection looks vulnerable. It is actually armored. Connection sounds ordinary. It is actually strategic. Connection may feel slow at first. It is actually saving you time, money, and tears by preventing costly, fear-driven decisions. Right here, pray against this quickly, not in panic, in authority. Open your mouth and say, I break agreement with isolation in the name of Jesus. I refuse the lie that silence equals abandonment. I receive alignment in God's presence, and I re-enter covering with wisdom. Peace, lead me to the right person, the right voice, the right timing. Then do the reaching your mouth just aligned with. Text, call, ask for prayer. Short, clear, now. Authority is not a mood. Authority is alignment enacted. I chose you because of what you endured and how you guarded your heart from bitterness, even when you felt alone. Not because you were perfect, but because you were willing. Many start strong. Few stay steady. You stayed. And now I am protecting the steadiness I formed in you by closing the opening that pretends to be stoic maturity. You do not need to be the quiet hero who bleeds in the hallway and smiles on the stage. You are my child, not my employee. You are covered. Let this settle in you as a new reflex. When pressure rises and the room inside you starts to shrink, you will not disappear. You will discern. You will reach. You will invite prayer. You will take counsel. You will keep your post, not alone on a cliff, but with a hand on your shoulder and a voice in your ear that reminds you, peace is still leading. This is how you close the second opening. This is how fear loses the room it used to rent in your chest. Stay with me. I am already bringing the right name to your mind. Do not argue with it. Reach, breathe, agree, and feel strength return where isolation once drained it. My child, attention, stay with me. Do not skip this. Do not treat this as noise. I am restoring your covering. Not everyone gets access to you, but someone must. This is not a call to widen your circle without wisdom. This is a call to establish doors and assign keys. Covering is not a crowd. Covering is clarity and care arranged by my hand. It is wise presence, watchful prayer, clean motives, and tested counsel. It is protection that does not control you, perspective that does not pressure you, prayer that does not pry into you. I am not entertaining you. I am appointing you into relational order. Hear the difference and let it settle. Exposure is not connection, and visibility is not covering. You have been visible to many and connected to few. You have been generous with your strength and guarded with your need. And sometimes you called that discernment when it was fatigue. I am not shaming you. I am giving you a better pattern. If you are seeing this now, it is finally your time to re-establish doors, assign keys, and rest under the shade that wise relationships provide. Not every listener is safe. Not every advisor is sent. But I will not leave you without support. Ask me for the ones I have marked for this season and listen for how peace sits on their names. Do not choose by charisma, choose by fruit. Who leaves you quieter on the inside after a conversation? Who has proven they can hold your story without carrying it into rooms that do not have the right to hear it? Who points you back to my voice instead of making themselves necessary? Who can say, I do not know, but let us pray, without shame? Who honors your boundaries without offense? Who has weathered time and still walked in integrity? This is how you recognize those I send. I am giving you a simple structure so you are not scattered in your seeking. I want you to have 3 lanes, not 30. One who prays, an intercessor who covers you without gossip, who texts you, I am covering you, without needing details to feel important. One who counsels, seasoned, steady, not dazzled by urgency, able to ask you the question that puts your feet back on level ground. One who walks beside you, a peer who shares the load, understands the terrain, and will tell you the truth in love when you start to drift. These may be 3 people, they might be 2. Rarely one person stands in more than one lane without strain. Do not force roles. Let me assign them. You ask, how do I invite this without awkwardness and without losing boundaries? I give you the words. Use them now or keep them close for the hour of pressure. To the one who prays, I value your faith and discretion. Would you cover me in prayer twice a week this month? I am guarding details, but the pressure is real. Please agree for peace to govern me and for wisdom in one key decision. I will send a brief update Friday. Thank you. To the one who counsels, I am at a crossroads and do not want to decide from fear. Could we speak for 15 minutes this week? I need perspective on one choice. Help me see blind spots. I will own the decision. To the one who walks with you, I am tempted to withdraw and to rush. Check me once this week with this question. Are you moving with peace or with pressure? If I hedge, ask me to answer in one sentence. Practice admitting pressure without shame. Use plain words. Say, I am under pressure. I do not want to agree with fear. I need prayer, not panic. Perspective, not permission. Accountability that restores pace, not control that adds weight. These words build a boundary as they open a door. They tell you're covering what you need and what you are not asking for. They keep your agency intact and your heart accessible. Now hear the boundary that protects you as I restore your covering. You are not a public confessional. You are a steward. Some people are your assignment. They are not your advisors. Some people are an audience. They are not your intercessors. Some people are companions for a season. They are not sent to hold your secrets. Relational wisdom means you do not punish the right ones for what the wrong ones did, and you do not give the wrong ones what only the right ones should carry. Assign access by calling and by fruit, not by convenience or by flattery. This will close the door that isolation left ajar without opening you to interference. I am also teaching you how to say no with honor so that your yes can have weight. Here are sentences that shield you without shame. When someone asks for details you do not want to share, I appreciate your concern. I am processing this with my covering and with God. Thank you for understanding my boundaries. When a voice with influence presses you to decide fast, I move by peace, not by pressure. I will answer after I pray and counsel. When a friend assumes access that is not theirs, I value you. For this area, I am under specific counsel. Let's keep our friendship strong by honoring that boundary. These phrases are doors closing gently. They are not walls slamming shut. Do not rush to replace every gap today. I am restoring, not crowding. Ask me for names. Wait for the 1 or 2 that carry peace and weight. My timing does not rush and it does not lag. It aligns. I would rather you have 1 aligned voice than 5 loud echoes. When you have the names, reach the same day you receive them. Delay invites second guessing. Movement in peace seals alignment. Silence was not absence. Silence was alignment forming. Now connection will be alignment expressed. Understand why I care about this so much. Many start strong, few stay steady. You stayed. You did not let bitterness harden you when you felt overlooked. You did not let cynicism rewrite your hope when delays mounted. I chose you not because you performed without error, but because you remained willing under pressure. I am now protecting that willingness by surrounding it with covering. Strength includes receiving help. Authority includes accountability. Maturity includes saying, I need you to ask me about this on Thursday, and then answering honestly on Thursday. Let me also anchor your rhythm so you do not drift into either extreme, oversharing or underconnecting. Establish a simple cadence. On Monday, a 2-line check-in to your intercessor. Here is the specific pressure. Cover me. On Wednesday, a 10-minute counsel touch point when a decision is on the table. On Friday, a 1-sentence accountability reply to your peer. My actions matched peace this week, or my actions were sped by pressure and I am correcting. Small, clear, consistent. This is how doors stay oiled and easy to open when the wind rises. As I restore your covering, I am also preparing you for what fear will try next. When noise cannot confuse you and isolation cannot thin you, fear will try to steal authority by haste. It will slap urgency's mask over its face and tell you movement equals wisdom. It will call sprinting discernment and breathlessness strategy. I am preempting that ploy by setting you inside relationships that slow you to my pace without stopping your obedience. The ones I send will ask, are you aligned or accelerated? They will not flatter your hurry. They will restore your hold. Stay here with me in this. Names are rising to the surface even now. Do not argue with the ones that carry quiet weight. Do not audition a crowd to soothe your insecurity. Choose your covering. Honor your boundaries. Reach with clarity. Receive without embarrassment. Then watch how your decisions steady, your speech simplifies, and your steps thicken with authority. You do not need a crowd, you need covering. Wise connection closes what isolation tried to open, and it keeps the door locked when rushing comes knocking next. My child, attention. Stay with me and listen carefully now. Do not skip this. Do not treat this as noise. Fear has one more door it loves to slip through. When noise cannot confuse you and isolation cannot thin you, it puts on a mask and calls itself wisdom. It calls itself intuition. It says now or never, and it pushes your shoulders forward as if momentum must be obedience. This is the third opening, rushing. Rushing is movement without peace. Rushing is compelled decisions, frantic fixes, impulsive messages, quick exits, premature commitments, motion that looks like control but is actually pressure steering you. Hear me define it so you can discern it. Rushing sounds like, if I do not answer in the next 5 minutes, everything will collapse. Rushing feels like breath held, chest tight, sentences short, eyes scanning, fingers tapping. Rushing produces texts you wish you could recall, purchases you justify with thin reasons, apologies that begin with, I was under a lot of pressure. Rushing convinces you a quick exit equals wisdom, that leaving first protects you from loss, that saying yes early will secure favor. Underneath, it is fear negotiating with imagined futures. Speed is not strategy. Speed is often fear. Urgency is not always instruction. Sometimes it is interruption. Do you notice how fear copies holy things and alters them by 1 degree? It mimics discernment by shortening your process to a guess. It mimics obedience by calling panic promptness. It mimics faith by telling you to leap before you have looked at where I am pointing your feet. Real discernment slows the room inside you. Real obedience can be swift, but it is never breathless. My instruction carries oxygen. My timing gives you room to breathe. pressure steals your air and then argues that your breathless state is evidence that you are really in the moment. That is not alignment, that is agitation. I am not scolding you. I am saving you from avoidable pain, because hear me with clarity, rushing creates self-made consequences that look like spiritual warfare. You sign what you did not read. Later, you call conflict attack. You overpromise from adrenaline. Later, you call exhaustion opposition. You send the clarifying message at midnight. Later, you call relational fallout the enemy hates my destiny. Some resistance is very real. The adversary is not imaginary, but I do not want you paying fear tax on choices pressure made for you. I do not want you confusing preventable fallout with persecution. Wisdom spares you battles you do not need to fight. Consider the costs, so you will hate the opening that causes them. Rushing drains your resources. Money leaves because you buy fixes instead of building solutions. Time evaporates because you spend days undoing what 5 minutes of pause would have prevented. Energy bleeds because your nervous system keeps bracing for the next flare-up you accidentally started. Rushing injures relationships. People around you feel yanked, not led. They accommodate a flurry and then stand in confusion when you reverse course. Trust thins because your words outrun your witness. Haste makes you treat people as obstacles or instruments instead of as image bearers. Then you collapse in regret and call it humility when it is actually hangover. Do you want to know how to recognize when urgency is wearing a mask? Ask simple questions and listen for how peace answers. Am I moving with peace or with pressure? Can I explain in one sentence why this must be done now? If the reason is fear of loss, fear of opinion, fear of being late, it is not me. If your body is louder than your spirit, heart racing, jaw clenched, breath shallow, you are not disqualified, but you are not ready. Adrenaline is not anointing. Impulse is not instruction. Deadlines can be real, but they must bow to my timing. I am Lord over windows. Windows open for those who are aligned. They do not need to be broken by panic. My child, hear this couplet and let it settle as a plumb line you can carry into any room. Rushing is fear wearing a mask. Authority moves with peace, not with pressure. Authority does not need to make noise to prove it is in charge. Authority is calm because it is certain of its source. When you move with me, you may move fast, but you will not move frantic. Fast from peace is clarity expressed. Fast from fear is chaos accelerated. Do not confuse the two. I am training you in a new reflex that will close this opening. It is simple and it is strong. Impose the pause. When pressure spikes, do not sprint into solutions. Stop for 1 minute, breathe in and say, peace, lead me. Breathe out and say, pressure, you do not. Name what is pressing you. Is it the clock, the crowd, the comment, the inner accusation? Name it so it loses fog and form. Then ask, what is the next right step, not the fastest escape? The next right step is often small and specific. Wait 1 hour. Ask one clarifying question. Schedule counsel, draft, then sleep once before sending. Check the numbers. Pray with your covering. Fear hates small right steps because it relies on you lunging. Invite the covering I am restoring to play its role here. Send one sentence to the voice I have given you. Pressure is trying to speed me on this. Do you sense peace? If they cannot sense peace, hold. If you cannot summarize in one sentence what you are doing and why, hold. If the opportunity will not allow you even a short pause for alignment, it is either not from me or it is from me, and safe to pass because my windows return. When I give you a window, I also give you witness. Witness is the quiet yes that rests even as you move. Without witness, you are negotiating with fear's timetable. Practice this calibration before the next storm so it becomes muscle memory in the storm. Decide now, no major decisions while breathless. Decide now. Sleep once on words that could reshape a relationship. Decide now. 2 confirmations for commitments that change your finances or your geography. Peace within and counsel without. Decide now. I will not let flattery or threats set my calendar. If an email shouts final hours, remember that alignment is not a hostage to sale clocks. If a voice says people are watching, you must show strength. Remember that humility is strength and patience is power. I am building a life in you that does not need to prove itself under lights. But what about true urgency, you ask? There are moments where action must be immediate. Safety, rescue, obedience that keeps harm from multiplying. In those moments, you will still feel me. I do not confuse my children when minutes matter. Even then, there is an inner anchoring. It feels like a firm hand, not a shove. Like light turning on in a dark room, not a strobe blinding your eyes. Peace does not mean slowness. Peace means steadiness. Remember this. Peace is not the absence of movement. Peace is the presence of me in your movement. Let me reframe what quick means for you. Quick is clean, not chaotic. Quick is clear, not clever. Quick is exact, not expansive. Quick is yes to what I said, not yes to every demand. Rushing sprays effort in all directions. Obedience aims effort where I am working. Rushing multiplies words. Authority selects words. Rushing tries to fix the entire room at once. Authority takes the next faithful step and lets me govern outcomes. Here is how you will speak to your own soul when the old reflex tries to rise. You will say, I move by peace, not by pressure. Speed is not strategy to me. Alignment is. Urgency is not always instruction. I will not let interruption impersonate your voice. I choose the next right step, not the fastest escape. Then you will prove those words by pausing, by praying, by asking, by waiting for the calm witness. Not delaying from fear, waiting from authority. Alignment is not forced, it is responded to. There is something else you must see. Rushing often partners with isolation by making you believe you do not have time to include those who steady you. That is a lie. It says, there is no time to ask, there is only time to act. In reality, a 2-minute prayer with a covering voice can save you 2 months of repair. The enemy's math is always expensive. My math is merciful. It multiplies peace and reduces waste. Use what I have given you. Ask, are you aligned or accelerated? Let that question pull the mask off fear. If you are accelerated, you are not condemned. You are corrected. Correction is mercy moving you back to safety. Now listen to me. Place my hand on your pace. My timing does not rush and it does not lag. It aligns. When I interrupt, it is because movement is required, but the movement I require begins inside before it moves outside. Awareness changes direction before outcomes ever do. You have sensed the pressure. Now you are learning to answer it with authority, not reaction. Let that settle, not as hype, as instruction that keeps you from paying for what fear orders without your consent. I saw the years where you confused quickness for competence. I saw you run to outrun accusation. I saw you sprint to prove you belonged. I have not shamed you for that. I have shepherded you through it. Many start strong, few stay steady. You stayed. Now I am perfecting your steadiness by sealing this door. You will not be the one who always cleans up after hurry. You will be the one who moves with a holy, quiet rightness that seems slow to the frantic but turns out to be on time, every time, because it is aligned. Stay here with me. When pressure rises next, you will notice your old trigger, and then you will notice a new strength. You will stop. You will breathe. You will name the pressure. You will call your covering. You will choose the next right step. And you will feel authority return to your chest like a key turning in a familiar lock. This is how you close the third opening. This is how the mask falls from fear. Peace will lead you. Pressure will not. My child, attention. Stay with me. Do not skip this. Do not treat this as noise. I am putting my hand on your pace. Return to my pace. Alignment does not hurry. It holds. Hear me and let this settle. The delay was not denial. The delay was preparation. You were paused because you were being positioned. You called it slow. I called it safe. You called it late. I called it layered. I was building capacity in you, so what I am placing in your hands would not crush what is in your heart. I am not entertaining you. I am appointing you into protection by pace. This is divine timing, meeting your life in real time. Do not spiral. Respond. Windows open for those who are ready to step through, not for those who perform panic. My timing does not rush, and it does not lag. It aligns. Not early, not late. When I interrupt you like this, it is because movement is required inside you first. I am giving you the metronome of heaven for this hour, peace that holds you in the lane of authority, while everything around you argues for speed. I am not asking you to be slow. I am asking you to be steady. I am not asking you to perform calm. I am giving you calm as a gift and a guardrail. Understand this mental model and carry it into every room. Peace is your guardrail. Peace does not mean no pressure. Peace means you do not have to surrender the wheel to pressure. If you feel your tires brush the rail, you have not lost me. You have not failed. You simply return to alignment. When peace dips, you do not despair, you diagnose. Ask 3 questions. Is noise up? Am I isolated? Am I rushing? Then correct. Quiet the market in your mind. Reach for your covering. Impose the pause. Peace returns not as reward for perfection, but as the fruit of alignment. I am not brittle with you. I am present with you. If you slip, I steady. If you forget, I remind. If you drift, I draw you back. Your job is not to never brush the rail. Your job is to keep coming back to center. Let me rewrite how you read your season. The slow weeks that made you feel behind were actually me unhooking you from a pace that would have made you break. The closed door that stung your pride removed a room that would have cost you your voice. The silence that irritated your timeline was me strengthening your hearing so you could lead from the inside out. Silence was not absence. Silence was alignment forming. What you called rejection was redirection. What you labeled stagnation was stabilization. What you resented as waiting was weight being added to your words. I said you would carry more, and I made you more grounded so the more would not topple you. You are more discerning now. You are more grounded now. You are more patient, more exact, more honest about what helps you and what harms you. Many start strong, few stay steady. You stayed. You kept your heart soft under delay. You let correction shape you instead of shame you. You chose counsel when your pride wanted a sprint. I chose you not because you were perfect, but because you were willing. I am telling you this so you will stop judging your progress by speed and start measuring it by substance. Selection is not about speed. It is about substance. Substance is what sustains you in rooms that applause cannot maintain. Return to my pace and learn its feel. My pace tastes like oxygen, not adrenaline. My pace holds your shoulders down from your ears. My pace lets you think in sentences, not fragments. My pace gives you restraint without regret and action without agitation. This pace is protection. It keeps you from fear-driven decisions and from expensive detours that look productive but are only reactive. When you walk with me here, you will be amazed how slow steps arrive exactly on time. I waste nothing. Even what looks like pause, I use as preparation. Here is how you practice holding instead of hurrying. Establish a simple rhythm that aligns your inner room. Morning, Before inputs, place your hand on your chest and say, "Peace, lead me. Pressure, you do not." Then preview the day with me. One decision that needs wisdom, one relationship that needs gentleness, one task that cannot be done frantic. Midday, impose a 60-second pause. Breathe. Ask, what is pushing me right now? Then choose one aligned step, not 3 scattered ones. Evening, review with gratitude, not grading. Ask, where did I keep pace? Where did I rush? Where did noise crowd me? Where did I isolate? Celebrate the returns to alignment. Repent of the agreements with pressure without shame. This is how muscle memory forms. Use this question as your reset. Am I aligned or accelerated? If you are accelerated, you are not condemned. You are corrected. Correction is mercy moving you back to safety. When opportunities, opinions, and obligations gather at your door and shout, "Now, let peace arbitrate." If peace cannot come with it, it can wait or it can pass. I am Lord over windows. The ones I send do not require you to shatter your guardrails to squeeze through. The right doors will honor the pace I have set in you. If a door demands panic as a price of entry, it is not your door or not your time. Receive this identity upgrade as a mantle and not a mood. You are someone who moves from a center that cannot be rented by pressure. You are someone whose yes is weighty because it is aligned, whose no is clean because it is not the product of fear. You are someone who can carry what is coming without being crushed because you have been trained to hold instead of hurry. You are not late. You are not overlooked. You are not behind. You are aligned. You are being positioned. You are arriving precisely when and where I intend you to arrive, ready to remain. Now, because the openings have been exposed, we will close them quickly, not in panic, in authority. Authority sounds calm because it knows who it belongs to. I am giving you a short prayer that you can carry into any surge. Use it now. Use it daily. Use it when the room goes loud. Say, "Father, I return to your pace. I close the door to noise, to isolation, and to rushing. I receive your peace as my guardrail and my guide. Align my thoughts, align my steps, align my timing with yours. I move with peace, not with pressure. In your authority, it is done. Stay here with me. Let that prayer become a key you keep in your pocket, not a tool you only reach for in crisis. When you feel your inner room tilt, do not scold yourself. Return. When you feel urgency's mask smile at you, do not argue. Remove it by pace. When you feel the market rise in your mind, do not shop, shut it. My timing is holding you. My peace is guarding you. My hand is on your shoulder, steadying, not shoving. Alignment does not hurry, it holds. And when you hold with me, you will see how quickly real things move without ever making you frantic. My child, attention. Stay with me and listen carefully now. Do not skip this. Do not treat this as noise. We are going to pray, and we are going to pray quickly, not in panic, in authority. This is mercy, not fear. This is alignment meeting your life in real time. I am not entertaining you. I am appointing you to govern your atmosphere. You will not beg today. You will not plead as a victim waiting for permission. You will stand as a child with access, speaking from the inheritance I gave you. Peace that rules, authority that calms, discernment that clears the air. Breathe. Unclench your jaw, lower your shoulders, open your hands. Sit or stand still. Feel the ground under your feet. I am here. My peace is here. I am placing my hand on your chest and steadying your breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Say, I am safe with you. We will go in order. We will shut the openings one by one. I will give you words. Pray after me out loud if you can. Your voice matters. Authority sounds like calm certainty, not volume. If your voice shakes, it is all right. Steadiness will meet you as you speak. First, we close the door of noise. Say, Father, I come to you as your child with full access. I do not come as a beggar. I stand in the authority of your peace. I command the marketplace in my mind to close now. Every clamoring thought, be quiet. Every accusing voice, be silenced. Every replay of worst-case scenes, stop now. I reject torment disguised as analysis. I reject confusion dressed as curiosity. I receive a sound mind. I receive clarity. I receive the mind of peace. Align my thoughts with your thoughts. Let the volume of your whisper outweigh the volume of my worries. Let my inner room be a sanctuary, not a market. I set a guard on my inputs. I bless my ears to hear what you are actually saying. I bless my eyes to see what you are truly doing. I renounce the agreement with distraction. I break the habit of doom scrolling, fear checking, and comparison measuring. Peace, lead me. Pressure, you do not. Now we stabilize the silence that follows. Say, I welcome holy quiet. Silence is not absence. Silence is alignment forming. I will not fear the quiet. I will use it to hear. I surrender the compulsion to fill every moment with noise. I make room for your counsel to rise in me. I receive the grace to be selective with sounds, screens, and sentences. I choose clarity over chatter, focus over fragments, truth over trivia. My mind is not a marketplace. It is a meeting place with you. Second, we close the door of isolation. Stay with me. Do not shrink. This is protection. Say, Father, I renounce the lie that I am alone. I renounce the lie that suffering silently is strength. I receive the wisdom of covering. I receive the gift of right voices, wise, tested, gentle, and courageous. I ask you now, highlight the one or the few who are safe and steady for me. Give me courage to reach out rightly. Remove pride that refuses help. Remove shame that hides when it should ask. Remove fear that people will think less of me for needing support. I am not designed to walk unshielded. I welcome the shield. Now address the inner walls you built. Say, I forgive where counsel was careless. I release where past coverings failed. I refuse to let old wounds write new policies. I bless healthy boundaries. Not everyone gets access to me, but someone must. I open the door to wise companionship. I receive accountability as protection, not punishment. I receive encouragement as fuel, not flattery. I receive correction as mercy, not rejection. Connect me to those who carry your peace, and disconnect me from voices that accelerate fear. Restore my community by alignment. Plant me where I can be known and strengthened. Pause. Breathe again. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel your shoulders lower. I am here. You are not alone. Even now, I am bringing names to your mind. Write them later. Reach with simplicity. One sentence is enough. I need prayer. Are you available? This is how you close the door isolation tried to pry open. Third, we close the door of rushing. Put your hand over your heart. Say, Father, I renounce every agreement with impulsive movement. I break covenant with hurry. I reject pressure's timetable. I ask for your timing, your confirmations, and your pace. I declare I will not be pushed out of alignment by fear, flattery, or threats. I refuse to prove my worth by speed. I will not rescue my image with frantic words. I choose the next right step, not the fastest escape. I impose the pause. Peace, lead me. Pressure, you do not. Sure. Name what tries to rush you. Say, I name the clock that shouts at me. I name the crowd that watches me. I name the comment that pricks me. I name the inner accusation that says I am late. I name the scarcity that says this is my only chance. I bring these to your feet. I submit these deadlines to your lordship. I receive witness for what is from you and the freedom to pass what is not. I declare, fast with peace is clarity expressed. Fast with fear is chaos accelerated. I choose clarity. Now we address your environment, the room the air, the threads that got tangled around your thinking. Speak with calm authority. Say, "In the name of Jesus, I bless the atmosphere around me with peace. I break agreement with agitation in this space. I command fear's residue to lift now. I shut down every magnetic pull to distracting inputs. I set a guard over my devices, my feed, my messages. I decide my diet. I refuse to feed panic. I welcome the counsel of heaven. Over my home, I speak calm order. Over my work, I speak focused diligence. Over my body, I speak regulation and rest. Over my relationships, I speak gentleness and truth. Let everything in my reach come under the governance of your peace." We will seal this with identity so your reflex remembers. These are not hype lines, they are plumb lines. Say, "I am not confused. I am not abandoned. I am not behind. I am aligned, led, and kept. I am not noisy inside. I am clear and anchored. I am not isolated. I am covered and connected in wisdom. I am not rushing. I am moving with peace, not with pressure. I am not negotiating with fear. I am agreeing with truth. I am not proving my worth. I am resting in my place. I am chosen because I stayed willing. I am selected for substance, not for speed. I move inside God's timing, not early, not late. Now we will make this operational. Say, "Father, make this prayer muscle in me, not a moment. Give me quick recall when pressure spikes. Breathe, bless, name, align. Teach me to ask 3 questions without drama. Is noise up? Am I isolated? Am I rushing? Train me to respond in 2 steps. Quiet the market, reach for covering, impose the pause. Let this become my reflex. If I brush the guardrail, I return. If I forget, I remember. If I drift, I choose center again. I receive this as mercy, not as measurement. I receive grace to practice, not pressure to perform. I am putting a practical key in your hand now. Pray it with me. Say, "Father, I return to your pace. I close the door to noise, to isolation, and to rushing. I receive your peace as my guardrail and my guide. Align my thoughts, align my steps, align my timing with yours. I move with peace, not with pressure. Let my inner room stay clear. Let my connections stay wise. Let my pace stay steady. In your authority, it is done." Hold still a moment longer. Let your breath slow. Let your jaw rest. Listen for the quiet yes inside. That is witness. That is me steadying you. You do not need to chase a feeling. You have set a boundary. Peace is now the atmosphere you stand in and the gate you stand behind. When the surge returns, and it will try, you will not scramble. You will speak. You will use what we just prayed. You will remember, quick does not mean chaotic. Quick can be clean and clear. You will remember windows from me honor your pace. You will remember you are not late. You are aligned. Say these final seals out loud and let them brand your reflex. I move by peace, not by pressure. Speed is not my strategy. Alignment is. Urgency is not always instruction. I will not let interruption impersonate God's voice. I choose the next right step, not the fastest escape. I am covered. I am connected. I am kept. My mind is a meeting place, not a marketplace. My life is governed by alignment, not by anxiety. My decisions will not tax me with fear-made fallout. I walk in calm authority. It is so. Now breathe once more. Keep your shoulders low. Keep your hands open. Stay here with me for a quiet beat. Let calm authority settle in your bones. When you rise from this moment, you will not carry hype. You will carry governance. You will answer pressure differently. And as you do, you will notice peace holding the line where panic used to run the room. This is how you pray against it quickly, not in panic, in authority. This is how you close the openings and keep them sealed. Stay close. We will walk this pace together. My child, attention, stay with me. Do not skip this. Do not treat this as noise. You prayed with authority. Now you must hold the line. Listen carefully. After prayer, feelings may flicker. Sensations may surge and subside. Thoughts may try to climb back up. That is not failure. That is fear testing the boundary you just set. Boundaries are proven by pressure, not by silence. So when the air stirs, you will not panic. You will not negotiate. You will do what you were appointed to do. Keep the gate closed with calm authority. This is mercy, not fear. This is alignment meeting your life in real time. Do not chase the flicker. Observe it. Breathe. Remember, you do not interpret sensation as truth. You do not let a wave rewrite your weather report. You already set the atmosphere. You already established the guardrail. When a thought knocks, you do not invite it in to explain itself. You test it by peace. Peace is your indicator. If peace does not come with it, it waits outside. If peace is present, you move one step, not 10. Quick can be clean and clear. It never has to be frantic. I am not asking you to be unmoved by all things. I am training you to be unled by the wrong thing. Here is how you hold the line for the next stretch. Reduce noise sources. Do it on purpose. Cut 3 inputs for the next day. Choose them now. 1 app, 1 thread, 1 unnecessary conversation. Turn off non-essential notifications for a set window. Remove news and novelty from your first and last 15 minutes. Protect the bookends of your day because they set the tone of your inner room. Replace chatter with a single steadying sentence. Peace, lead me. Pressure, you do not. Schedule 1 connection, not a crowd, not a performance. 1 wise person who carries calm and courage. Send 1 simple message. I prayed to close fears' openings. Will you check in with me tomorrow? Invite help without drama. Accountability is armor, not accusation. Covering is a shield, not surveillance. I am restoring your covering. I am not returning you to smothering. Not everyone gets access to you, but someone must. This step is how you close the door. Isolation tried to leave, cracked. Delay major decisions for a set time unless peace remains steady. Put numbers to it so fear cannot bargain. If the matter is significant, pause for 24 hours of consistent peace before you commit. If it is life-altering, honor 48 to 72. If peace wobbles, you wait without shame. Waiting here is not stalling, it is strengthening. My timing does not rush and it does not lag, it aligns. The right windows will still be open when you arrive in alignment. Doors from me do not demand panic as payment. Talk to yourself as one who governs, not as one who guesses. Use these sentences as your new reflex. I will not interpret sensation as truth. I will not negotiate with fear. Peace is my indicator. I owe fear no meeting, no memo, no explanation. Urgency is not instruction. I move by witness, not by worry. My job is to respond, not to react. When you hear your old inner voice try to bargain, what if you miss it? What if they think less of you? Answer with alignment. If peace cannot come with me, I will not go. If calm cannot ride with the decision can ride alone without me. Make your space agree with your stance. Clear a small surface in your room and call it peace ground. Keep it uncluttered. Light a single candle or place a simple object that reminds you of calm. When noise rises, go there for 60 seconds. Breathe and bless the atmosphere with a soft exhale. I am safe with you. Move your body in ways that tell your nervous system the truth. Shoulders low, jaw soft, palms open. Your posture can preach faster than your thoughts can argue. This is not performance. This is partnership with peace. I saw your endurance. I saw you try when you were tired. I saw the late-night spirals you walked back from. I saw the mornings you rose and chose to be gentle with people when your thoughts were loud. I saw you ask for wisdom when pride wanted isolation. I saw you delete the tab, put the phone down, take the breath, say the prayer. Many start strong, Few stay steady. You stayed. I am steady over you. I am not watching for you to fail. I am watching to reinforce you when you choose alignment again. Silence was not absence. Silence was alignment forming. Correction is not condemnation. Correction is protection. I am not brittle with you. I am present with you. Expect 3 kinds of tests and answer them simply. Test 1. The room goes loud again. Breaking news, sudden opinions, a rush of small tasks. Answer: impose the pause, remove one input, return to peace ground, and do the next right step only. Test 2. The ache of loneliness whispers. No one gets it, just handle it alone. Answer: send the message you prepared. Take the call you scheduled. Let covering do its work. Test 3. Opportunity arrives dressed as urgency. Sign now, speak now, move now, or lose it. Answer: honor the window you set. Ask for peace to remain steady. Allow counsel to weigh it. If it is from me, it will not punish your pace. If it demands panic, it is not your door or not your time. Guard your language in the afterglow of prayer. Do not prophesy panic with casual talk. Do not rehearse worst-case stories as entertainment. Do not label flickers as fate. When someone asks how you are, answer truthfully and aligned. I am held. I am practicing peace. I am moving with clarity. This is not pretending. This is choosing which report to anchor to. Awareness changes direction before outcomes ever do. Speak from the direction you have chosen. Keep your routine simple and repeatable. Morning. Before inputs, place your hand on your chest and say, peace, lead me. Pressure, you do not. Midday. 60 seconds of stillness. Ask the 3 questions without drama. Is noise up? Am I isolated? Am I rushing? Evening. Gratitude over grading. Where did I return to alignment? Where can I practice quicker tomorrow? Celebrate returns. Repent of agreements with pressure without self-attack. This is muscle building, not a pass/fail exam. When memories surface that carry the scent of past failures, times you rushed, times you chose noise, times you hid, do not let shame reopen the door. Bless the memory for what it taught you, and then bless the present for what it allows you to do differently. Say it out loud. That was then. This is alignment. I am not late. I am not overlooked. I am precisely where I need to be to choose well. Selection is not about speed. It is about substance. You have substance now. Stay here with me, not for a minute, through your minutes. Let small obediences string together until they feel like home. I am not asking you for extraordinary theatrics. I am asking you for ordinary faithfulness that compounds into stability. Watch how peace, once treated as a boundary and not a mood, begins to govern your calendar, your conversations, your choices. Watch how people around you start breathing easier because you refuse to bow to pressure. Watch how creativity returns when noise loses its lease. Now receive this commissioning quietly. No hype, no strain. You will leave this moment not inflated but anchored. You are watchful without worry, calm without complacency, ready to respond without reacting. You carry a key you can use at any time. Pray quickly, close the openings, check for peace, move in alignment. Keep your steps human and your heart attuned. When the surge tries again, you will not scramble. You will speak. When the room tests your boundary, you will not argue. You will enforce it with gentleness and firmness. My hand is on your shoulder. My peace is your guardrail. My timing is your cadence, not early, not late. Go now in calm authority. Keep your inner room clear, your connections wise, your pace steady. If you brush the rail, return. If you forget, remember. If you drift, choose center again. I will be here at every return, steadying, guiding, reassuring. Prayer was not the end, it was the boundary. Keep it by staying aligned, connected, and unhurried. Stay close. We will walk this pace together.